Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on the grind. Now, due to the sudden surge of the popularity of the game, the developers of Rust have been putting out a multitude of new updates. One of those updates is a new game mode called Softcore. This list contains details of what you can expect from the Rust Softcore Game Mode. Now, before we begin, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon too so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. Alright, let's begin. One of the most basic questions that you might have is how do we start the game? Well, the answer to that question lies in the staging server command box. When the game is first open, starting the staging server. From there, type the command gamemode.set softcore in the box. Once this code has been entered, the softcore mode will start up. Now, one slight convenience with this method is that if you have been playing in the vanilla mode, all the players would have to die and respawn in softcore mode. If you can bear this sudden death to play the new update, then by all means go ahead.
Yourself by starting up one of the staging servers and then using the command gamemode.set space softcore. Now, this game mode will essentially kill all the players on the server and it will then reset the server into softcore. But if you want to revert it back to vanilla, unfortunately, you do have...
One of the major things that has changed with this new update and game mode is that players can now spawn in two locations. These locations are the outpost and the bandit camp. This is a very welcomed addition to the game because previously people took advantage of the single spawn location. What players would do is that they could just hide near the spawn location, and as soon as the players entered the game, new players as well, they would immediately kill them. This carnage usually occurred near the beach, and there was no way of avoiding it, except by being a skilled player, of course, which was not in the realm of possibilities for many of the new players joining. This ruined some of the charm of the game, and it also made it harder for new players to get a good grasp on the dynamics of the game. This new update goes to show that the developers have been putting in a lot of work to make this game more inviting and entrancing for new players.
You have the ability to spawn at the bandit camp or the outpost. I'm sure this change was somewhat due to wipe days and the carnage that goes down on the beach, though I can imagine a lot of people are going to be abusing this on wipe day just to get that little bit of an advantage in land.
Another feature of the new softcore mode is the limited team size. In the new gaming mode, you can now make a team with a maximum of only 4 players. This has also been implemented due to the thousands of new players that have taken an interest in the game. Due to the limited team size, players can more easily target players and teams and kill them. Previously, due to there being more players on teams, some of the new Rust players had a hard time dealing with all of them. They would get surrounded and eliminated with ease. Another aspect of the game that is linked with the team size is authorization. This feature goes hand in hand with team size because some players can be authorized to perform certain tasks in a game, which makes team building all the more fun. This is just a spectacular move on the part of the Rust developers, and I hope they continue to develop this new mode.
Authorization and team size go hand in hand. In softcore, essentially you're limited to 4 players, maximum for both. Vanilla still has a limit of 8, but obviously this is to cater towards the newer and less experienced players to dealing with the overwhelming odds of log.
One of the major complaints that existing players had with the game was once they died in the game, all of their loot would be lost forever. This was an annoying problem to have because this meant that they had to waste precious time to regain all of that loot they once had. Thankfully, Rust developers have listened to their fans and have implemented a few changes that have simmered down those angry cries. Now when a player dies, only 50% of their loot is lost, with that rounding down instead of up, which is even greater. The developers have also added reclaim boxes at the outpost and the bandit camp where players can simply take back their lost loot. Although one minor issue with this method is that the loot is randomized and you can only get what is available from those boxes. There is no way to reserve certain items for you to start anew in the game. Another nice feature of this new update is that the loot adds up. That means that if you die twice, then 50% of the loot from both games will be recoverable. There is, however, a limit on the reclaim boxes to make this less broken, and it has been made to hold more than 42 items. This addition has been welcomed by most of the players in Rust, and the community have celebrated its arrival. As with every new update, the Rust community has had some thoughts and opinions on the new update. Now, one of the most prevalent opinions going around is that this is a great addition to the game because it is very enticing and inviting to new players. This means that the Rust community will continue to grow at a breakneck pace. Now, on the other hand, some of the existing players have been complaining that the limited team size has hampered their ability to play with their friends. Who knows, we'll just have to see how this development goes. So those were some of the new features that you can expect from the new Rust Softcore Game Mode. As with any new thing, there is a grace period where players learn to adapt to the circumstances they have been dealt. But rest assured, this is looking to be a fine addition to the game. But for now, guys, that does bring us to the end of our video. I do hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't liked the video yet, it's never too late, so go give it a thumbs up down below. We'll see you soon in another video, but until then, take care and goodbye.